Hey guys, welcome to Girls Gone Viral Podcast, your weekly dose of all things pop culture, current events, and real talk. I'm Bree.
And I'm Amiana.
We've been gone for 2 weeks?
I think we just missed a week.
It was 1 week. 2 weeks.
It was 1 week. But it was we've been off and on. That's why it probably seems.
I feel like we missed 2 weeks, but we're back now. So, hey guys, we've missed you. We've missed the conversations. There's been so much going on that I feel like we had to talk about that we kind of missed and lost in the sauce, just lost in translation. But we're back and happy to discuss what is going on in these streets.
It's a lot going on in the streets. But first,
we celebrated Juneteenth. Roe v. Wade was passed. 4th of July came. There was another mass shooting. All kinds of crap happened. It's just,
yeah.
Like I said a couple weeks ago, America's the ghetto. America's being its ghetto self.
Very ghetto.
So speaking of America and being ghetto, there is a lot of buzz going around about the Rhode Island state senator.
Yeah, the twerk girl.
Okay, so let's
her name?
look at
Tiara. What's her name?
Tiara Mack. So Rhode Island Senator Tiara Mack. She posted a video on social media twerking in a thong bikini on the beach, and the intention of the video was to encourage voters to vote in the upcoming election, and not only to vote but to vote for her. She's a
twerk to vote.
Twerk to vote. I mean, I'm here for it. We twerk for everything else. Why can't we twerk to vote?
I am not here for that. I'm not here for that.
Okay, so let's see if we can find a quick video of Tiara Mack twerking. This is Tiara Mack twerking. I mean, so what's your take on it? I mean, I think she looks good.
She looks good, but honey, you're doing too much. You're doing too much.
Why is she doing too much? Because she's a senator?
I just think there's just I'm totally fine with her living her life and just having fun or what. Do you have fun? But don't post it on social media. And then say it's for voting. It's just
tasteless.
Yeah, it's clownery. It's clownery. Especially something that's so serious like voting is it's kind of clownery. But also it's just when you enter certain professions, you just have to have yourself hold a different kind of professional
decorum.
So you're working in an environment where it requires you to be a little bit more on the conservative side. Yes, you might have less conservative views and perspectives on things, but the way you carry yourself, come on, you gotta come in and be professional. I think it's a way to get young people attention without your ass popping it.
Right.
Popping on the handstand.
Right. She was literally pussy popping on a handstand.
She really was.
I mean, granted, she was pussy popping on a handstand.
She was doing that thing. No, she was doing it.
That's impressive. Okay?
Yeah, I don't think I could do that.
But she was also pussy popping on a handstand. So it's yeah, you're pussy popping on a handstand, but you were pussy popping on a handstand.
And then you gotta walk into a Congress, a
state senator. So I remember when people were giving her backlash, she was she basically defended herself to the end. She's I have an Ivy League degree. I can do whatever I want. They're not gonna respect me anyway. Da da da. And honestly, for me, if I were a voting citizen in her state, that would I would have been voted for her because she's a black woman. Mm-hmm. A young black girl.
And I think she's lesbian too, right?
I don't know if she's a lesbian, but she did say she was a queer. She was queer, so she's somewhere in the LGBT LGBTQ+ community. I don't know which letter she represents, but
yeah, it's just come on, chill. Like you ain't gotta like. It's just clownery, and it just gives like people more reason to like not take black women seriously, because the images that we see already of black women are pussy popping on a handstand, like swiping a credit. I remember that old Nelly video where they swiped the credit card down the girl.
Was it tip drill?
Tip drill. Like this is like when people see black women, they already sexualize us. Like every race in the world sexualizes black women because of course we're gorgeous, we're voluptuous, we're
sexualizes black bodies.
Yeah, like we're beautiful, like we're goddesses. And so like when people already are sexualizing us, it just like, girl, you ain't gotta do that. Like just
and I think it's less about other races and other people sexualizing black women, because like that's what they do. Like I don't feel like people should warp themselves to appease other people.
I mean everybody. When I say everybody, I mean everybody. Our race too.
Right.
We sexualize black women.
Yeah, black women are sexy, so it's reasonable.
Yeah.
Like, but for me, it was just kind of like going back to what you said. Like you are promoting and advocating for such an important thing that like affects so many people, like the voting, the right to vote, and the importance and the like very real responsibility that like who you vote for, especially in local elections, like really change the trajectory of your day-to-day life. So she's a state senator. She's really truly making decisions that affect the quality of life for the people in her state. And I just would hate that. I'm pretty sure that she has done, I don't know her political views. I haven't looked into her political career, but just as being a black woman who seems carefree and open-minded, I would think that she would be able to impose laws that could positively affect the community. However, doing that is just like reducing her credibility. So now she might not even have the opportunity to have another term to continue doing the good work that she does because of, just silly, mindless behavior that didn't need to be posted, and definitely didn't need to be posted alongside or representing her career,
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's crazy because it's almost like a person that, let's say, you see all the time where companies have different policies. Like I remember we worked for an airline. So we worked for airlines. We couldn't be in our uniform and drink, right?
That's so
that
true.
was something that's something that was like a policy. That's a standard that you have for your profession. I don't want to be. The company didn't want to be represented that way, even though it doesn't mean we're getting drunk or we're doing anything bad, but it's just the appearance of it alone.
Not even a glass of wine you can have in your uniform.
Right. If you're in your uniform, you're representing that particular entity in that particular company. So how they didn't want to be represented that way. And there's a lot of organizations that's like that. Fraternities, sororities. There are a lot of black historic fraternities and sororities that you're not supposed to be like in your letters like while you're like drinking and doing, because it's just they just don't want to be represented.
I don't remember if it was the airline that we worked for, or if it was another company that I worked for in the past, but there was a somewhere that I worked for. I can't quite remember if it was that company or another one. That you're not even allowed to sit at a bar in a rest. Like, let's say you're not drinking. Let's say you go to a restaurant and all the tables are full, but okay, there's space available at the bar. If you're in uniform, you could not even sit at the bar, even if you're drinking soda. Just because I want to say it was the airline.
Yeah.
You couldn't even sit at a bar in a restaurant in your uniform because, like you said, it's representing the company, and you're not only representing yourself. Like, that's what people think. Like, individualism is very important, don't get me wrong, but when you're representing yourself, you're representing yourself. But when you're representing an organization, you're representing yourself and others. So I feel like it was definitely tasteless. I guess I'm proud of the fact that she stepped out of her comfort zone to do something that could encourage young voters to vote. Like, I do encourage young voters to vote. I do encourage young people. I do encourage people of color. I do encourage all minorities, women, people of color, people in lower economic communities to vote, because especially in local legislation, voting really does change things. Like, people are always concerned about who the president is. Yes, the president, you know, but like, it's these state laws, it's these county laws, it's these city laws, it's the people who are in charge of your school board that your kids go to school. Like, those are the people who change your day-to-day life. Like,
yeah,
Biden ain't doing nothing that can change what your kids eat at school. It's the local legislators that do.
Right.
So that those small what's the word I'm looking for? Those small voting, that's not the word I'm looking for, but whatever. Those are very important, you know. Elections, that's the word. Those smaller elections are the ones that, you know, really kind of navigate
biggest impact
on your day-to-day life. So
exactly. So yeah, I mean, it's like, come on, girl, like, do better. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna condemn her for doing it. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be like, man, get this girl out of office.
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna do that, because it's like, I mean, she's human or
Right.
whatever. Like, she's allowed to make mistakes and
Right.
stuff like that. But I think I need her to own it. Like, I don't think she's owned it.
she didn't take accountability. I think that she got her the feedback, got the backlash, and instead of being like, you know what, yeah, right, I'm tripping. Like, I was doing too much. Like, I was circling. I do want y'all to vote, but, you know, and you don't even have to necessarily apologize. Like, you know, I know that every time somebody does something, then there's this fake ass apology that comes later. You can take accountability for your actions without apologizing. I recognize that was probably not in the best taste, and, you know, moving forward, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Boom, you don't apologize. You said I did what I did, but y'all right. But no, she took no accountability. She was just like,
She's trying to make it like a movement.
and
like,
trying to make it seem as if what she did was right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or what she did was okay, which I do not believe that it was.
Nah, it's like I said, outside of work, if you want to have fun and just do you, as long as it's not being like seen publicly by like the masses, like, live your life, you know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't stop living your life, like, have fun. But to intentionally go viral on TikTok or wherever the hell she posted it, like, that is not a good look.
She was
honey.
being a Gen Z or a millennial, whatever she is, instead of being a politician.
She's trying to make a whole movement out of it.
Yeah.
Like, they don't not gonna accept us anyway.
Hey, girl,
Like,
you're
I'm
in
not-
Rhode Island. Ain't nobody worried about your little state.
And not only that, but we all know what your ass look like when we should not.
Yeah, right.
We all know what your ass looks like, and we should.
That is a thing. You don't have no business knowing what a state senator's ass looks like. I mean,
Did she have a tattoo, or was that a birthmark?
I didn't even look that
It was,
closely.
girl, honey, it was something black between her legs. I was like,
That was
what?
a nice butt, though. I'll give you that, sis. Tiara Mack,
got
you
a
got a
dome.
night.
She got a don't. 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 Wait a minute.
And she was popping it on a handstand.
Popping it.
You did that, sis.
You did that.
But okay,
Right.
so what did you want to talk about?
Let's talk about the topic for today, which is
Who's to say once he get his act together, he gonna choose you? You the girl he got when he ain't had, when his life wasn't in order, when he wasn't a perfect catch, when he was a bottom of the barrel. Who's to say once he upgrades his life, he gonna think you is the person that deserve his upgraded self? You keep thinking these men that you accepting at their worst, at their best gonna want you. No, you the girl that he found that was able to put up with his while he was at the lowest. Watch him take all those lessons, all those upgrades, all those improvements he made while he was with you and take it to another person. Y'all keep waiting for these ifs, ands, and maybes when you can have a quality man now. Anytime somebody tell you they ain't ready, listen. Who's to say once he get his act together, he gonna choose you?
All right. So yeah,
That is a loaded clip. Like, he said so much in such a short amount of time.
It reminds me of that song. Can't raise a man, he's already grown. What you gonna do?
Act like a boy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Can
so
you
you
build a man?
give your take, and then I'm gonna give mine.
Okay, what's the question? The question is, let's just play devil's advocate.
Okay.
Can you build a man? Can you build a man of God?
That was a good accent.
Man of God.
That was good.
Can you build a man?
Can you? Yes, I think you can. Should you? Would I? Would I recommend? Has it been proven and tested? Probably not. I can't say I wouldn't, you know, 'cause I've done some questionable shit before with these questionable ninjas. So, you know,
It takes a lot of patience to build a man.
if your mama didn't do it, I ain't gonna do it. No, I can't say that. You know, it depends. I think it's an individual case by case basis. I think it depends on it depends on the individual man, the individual woman, the individual circumstance, and what you guys are, what the agreement was between the two of you, you know? So what's your take on, okay, so outside of raising a man, which we can double back on, we can get back to that. What's your take on this clip? Like, how do you, like what he said, what makes you think that when he's the man that he wants to be, that he will choose you? You know, you can find a quality man now instead of dealing with if, ands, buts, or maybes. Like, all of those, like, very strong idea, you know, statements that he made. Like, how do you feel about them?
Yeah. For the most part, in general, I agree with probably almost everything that he said, if not everything that he said. I think in terms of, like, being with someone for an extended amount of time and you are waiting in the wait, a lot of women are taught to wait, you know, to wait on a man to be ready, wait on a man to commit, wait on a, like, we do it all the time, like people in situationships, you know, and it's not necessarily healthy. Like, I mean, yes, you can go through it and some people end up with happily ever after, but I think that the majority of men don't feel all that confident when they're not where they want to be in life, whether it's financially, whether it's career wise, whether it's health wise, the way they look. I mean, if you want that low vibrational energy, like, because that's an energy that comes with
that is
low self-esteem.
Yeah, oh gosh, like, people always think, like, when you think of, you know, a man or a woman, a person that isn't where they want to be, and, you know, maybe they're not putting their best foot forward in a relationship because they're not where they want to be financially, or they're not want to be career wise, or you said even health, or even physical look, you know what I mean? People think of it, just that piece of it, like, oh, he's not where he wants to be financially, so that's why he is unhappy, or that's why he's not necessarily the best version of himself. But forget the career. It's the vibration and the energy that it brings with it. So there are people who are not necessarily in their best career, but they are vibrating high because they know, like, okay, I'm working towards this goal. I'm working towards it. You know, what's Kanye's bar, like, this week, yeah, when he get on, but he's like, this week he mopping floors, next week is the fries, you know, stick by his side, like,
and when he get on, he gonna leave your ass for a white girl,
right? Exactly. But what I'm saying
isn't that a self-fulfilling prophecy for him?
That is a self-fulfilling prophecy, because that black girl that he had before, when he had a picture with her and
held
Kim,
his ass down,
and she was gorgeous, beautiful. But you know what? I liked Kanye and Kim. I think that they were a good, suitable match. Kanye said in that song, you know, this week he mopping floors, next week is the fries. Stick by his side. And I say that to say this. So let's say that guy is mopping floors right now. He knows next week I'm going to be on the fries. You know what I mean? So maybe that vibration isn't low. But it's the person that is mopping floors and he's like, oh, I hate mopping floors. All I do is mop floors for a living. I'm a floor mopper. And then he brings that low vibrational energy. If he wins the lotto tomorrow, best believe that, you know, maybe the person who's saying, oh, he's mopping floors, but next week is the fries, and he thinks that, like, you know, I know I'm on my game and I love my girl, and I know when I get on the fries, she gonna get on the.
She gonna be up when I'm up.
Right. But the man who's, oh, I hate mopping the floors, he's the one who's settling.
And
the one
he's not
who's saying,
trying to do nothing
exactly.
about not mopping the floors. Like,
and the same reason why he's not trying to do nothing about upgrading his woman. The person who's saying next week is the fries, he's thinking to himself like, okay, I'm setting up my present for my future self. You know what I mean?
But we're talking about two different men. So we're talking about the type of man that he knows he's gonna go to the next level and he wants to take his woman with him. And we're talking about the man who is could potentially go to the next level, but when he goes to the next level, he might not want you.
You're right. So I guess now it's not about the man. Now it's about the woman and what she's willing to risk.
It's a gamble.
Yeah, it's a risk. It's a gamble. You have to know, is your man taking me? Okay, but boom, devil's advocate. You typically find partners that are equally yoked, right? You don't typically see the Wall Street guy who's making, you know, hundreds of $1,000s a month go to the projects to go find a mate. He finds his mate with the people who mingle with the Wall Streeters. So maybe they're not a Wall Street.
She might be the secretary.
Yeah, maybe.
But she working the office.
Right, she's there. Or she's the top Wall Streeter's daughter or whatever. You know, like he mingles amongst his own circle. Just like you don't necessarily always see the drug dealer with the state prosecutor lawyer girl.
Unless you're watching Power.
Exactly. Unless we're, you know, living a fake reality, you know, alternate reality. That's where I got the concept from. But you don't see that, you know, because the drug dealers go for the chicks who like drug dealers, who's like the, you know, and this is no judgment zone. Typically, you, like they say, I can't remember the statistics, so I'm not going to make up a number, but it was like a large majority of married couples meet at work. So if you mopping floors and she's on the fries, y'all go together. If you're the lawyer and he's the state prosecutor, y'all meet in the courtroom. You know what I mean? If she's the nurse and he's the doctor, y'all meet in the hospital. Yeah. So like the overwhelming majority, and like I said, I don't remember the statistic. And, you know, now with, you know, there's so many different avenues to meet people, things may have changed. But, you know, what it's typically like is you meet people in the environment that you are in, you know? So who's to say that the man so now we're talking about men, you know, upgrading themselves and then leaving their woman. Who's to say that woman was such a good catch herself because she was clearly with the floor mopper?
Yeah.
Who's to say that she was such a good catch where she even, you know, like where it even matters? Like,
It could be a number of reasons why he might leave her behind. Either one, she's not as ambitious as he is. Like, so he was like, I'm always I see myself way past this place in my life, like, and she's kind of stunting his growth, like, and so he's like, I gotta leave this girl behind. Or sometimes you see this a lot with men. They go and get the woman that they always wanted, like their dream girl. How she looks, how she talks, how she walks. His dream girl when he has money, right? Because when he was broke, he's like, that girl will never
even give me the time of day.
She would not give me the time of day. So now I have money. Why would she tell me no? Like, even if he's like the least attractive person in the world, now he has money, so that makes him more attractive to, like, you know, certain women or whatever. So now he's like, okay, knowing that women, we value security, he may not be the most attractive man in the world or whatever the case may be, but now he has security and stability that he can offer her. So he may be able to get the girl that's on the next level, and versus like the woman that he's with, right, where it's like he felt like that was all he could get. You know, like that was who he could get at that time. Like maybe she was a good woman, maybe she was not bad to him, maybe she took care of him, she cooked for him, she cleaned for him, she washed his dirty clothes, she was a good mother. Like, who knows? Like, she was a good woman, but his dream girl is not her. Physically, mostly
mentally, whatever it is, like,
it's not her. And so now he's on, right? So he's on, he's looking good, he's smelling good, he's driving the car that he wants, he could go in the store, get anything he wants. Like, so I think that a lot of men, in my opinion, date women based on the perspective of other men around them.
Oh,
right?
that is so true.
So
men definitely date women for like, granted, they're gonna find a girl excuse me, they're gonna find a girl who they like, who they think is cute, sweet, smart, whatever his thing is for why he likes her, but he's also doing it for
validation.
Oh, for sure. Men love validation from men more than they love validation from women. They want validation from women privately. They want validation from men publicly. And they want the validation from men to be like broadcasted, you know, on top of the mountain. And they want they will love the hell out of an ugly girl or a unattractive girl for whatever reason that person may be unattractive behind closed doors. These niggas will love that quote unquote whatever unattractive, unimpressive woman, but they will publicly walk around with the girl who they think is right, even if they don't love her like they love. Yeah,
because it's like a trophy to them.
Precious, it's
like a trophy
in the corner.
You'll hear men talk about women being trophies all the time. Like, you know, like they want other men to be like,
hey, damn, that's you?
That's you? Like, you know, so they like that. So, I mean, they could leave a perfectly, like, good woman just to have the appearance. And because now it's like the woman is like a reflection of how they feel about themselves now.
Right.
So it's
and
like,
the woman is a reflection of who they are. So they feel like, okay, if you can walk into a room and you have a beautiful woman, you have a nice this, a nice that, and you have a nice, beautiful, whatever the appearance of a trophy woman on your side, okay, you that nigga. But you can't be that nigga if you got Precious.
Perfect example.
Rasputia.
Donald Trump. Perfect example. Donald Trump. The way his wife looks compared to how he looks. Now, Donald Trump was a handsome guy, like when he was in his younger years. Like, he was very attractive. You know, like I'm not attracted to him, but he was an attractive guy, right? You know, but how he looks now compared to Melania, not to say that she's the most attractive woman, but you know,
she's tall, beautiful, well dressed.
Yeah, she's a model, whatever.
She's beautiful.
You know, probably in her younger years, she was like banging.
She's definitely beautiful.
Yeah, like she's not ugly at all. She's pretty. So look at that dynamic and how miserable like she would look in the camera. Like
they're both miserable with each other. Remember that video where he was trying to hold her hand and she was like, she hit him?
Get your ass off of me, bro.
She was like, I was like, damn.
Like, don't touch
and
me.
The cameraman zoomed in on that, like that whole interaction. Like they don't like each other.
They don't like each other for good reason, because he's just such a man whore and he just, you know, was all over the place.
Right.
But she knew what she was getting herself into. Like, she was like, she married for status. You know, she didn't marry for love. She married for status and security. And so this is what you get. But he's getting what he wants. He has a beautiful woman to flaunt on his arms. Yes, could he go and get a younger woman? Yes, he could. he could go out today and get a
did.
younger,
He got
attractive
Stormy
woman,
Daniels.
get rid of his wife. That wouldn't look good for appearance, though.
Right.
Like for appearance,
It would look like the girl who was twerking. Like, it's not good for politics.
right. But could he go out today and get a woman like his daughter's age?
Literally.
Yes, he could. We saw this with what's his name? What's the dude name? The Playboy guy.
Oh, Hugh Hefner?
Hugh Hefner. What was he doing with all them young, pretty 19, 20-year-old? And he's just as old as dirt. Like, just
Older than
ashes.
And these girls were just pretending. They were the best actresses. They needed an
And they had
Oscar.
they had to sleep with this man. Like, they had to, and they did it for their careers or whatever. But he wanted trophies. I'm a billionaire, but I don't know what he was, a millionaire, billionaire, whatever. I'm a successful man, and I deserve to have a 20-year-old blonde on my arm. And that's how I want to be. That's how I want to be represented for the rest of my life.
And I know that they don't like me, but look what I got. Look what I can do.
My money makes them like me. My money makes me attractive. That's just disgusting. But like, but yeah.
So going back to the topic at hand. Who's to say that he's gonna choose you when he's up? There's nobody to say that. But who's to say that she's gonna choose you when she's up? Or who's to say that, you know, when as he's progressing, she's progressing. Like, he's getting his money up, she's getting her money up. He's getting his body together, she's in the gym. She, you know, he's getting the promotion, she's starting that business, and they glow up at the same time. There's just so many like different ways to do it, but I do agree that if you are who you are the person who you are, and he's the person who he is, and he suddenly glows up, it's more likely that the woman is going to take that man with her and be like, okay, baby, like, how we gonna get you on? Like, I don't know, I just got this big break. What can we do to get to, like, do it with you, for you? He's not, a man is not really necessarily going to do that. The man's more like, okay, thanks for your time here. You know, maybe I'll give you a couple of dollars and send you on your way.
That's a good point. Women date potential. We have to stop doing that. We will date I just know you got so much in you, and that you just need somebody to pull it out. Like, you just need somebody to nurture you and build you up to be the man. Girl, he is going to meet you at who you are today, and that's
and determine from
he ain't
there.
seeing nothing more than that. Like,
he's not seeing your past, or I mean, they'll judge you on your past, but they're not judging you on your future.
Yeah,
they'll judge you on your ambition that you have right now. Like, let's say you have ambitions for the future. He'll say, "Wow, she's ambitious today. That's what I like about her. She's ambitious." But he's not gonna say, "Oh, I like her because in the future she could do possibly this." No. A woman will see a guy who's unambitious and has all these hope, dreams, and goals, and doesn't act on them and be like, well, you know, if he did this, he could. No, a man's going to be like, didn't you say you was going to do that? You ain't do that?
Yeah, but not even just in that way, but just like physically, right? So let's just say a man loves your personality, right? But like, not you.
Right,
not you, but loves a woman's personality. He loves, like, everything about this woman. Like, she just got a good personality. She could cook. She's just great. He likes being around her. She's fun, but she does not fit his physical, like, what he physically is attracted to. Right? He is not going to be like, man, she the perfect girl if she was just this size or this.
As long as we just got to get her in the gym.
We just got to get her to. He is not doing that in his mind. He's looking at you as who you are. Like, she cool, but she too big for me.
Right.
Like, she too big for me. Like, a man is not going to do that. A woman will be like, oh, he a little big, but, you know, when he get dressed and he put on his little cologne, like, he be cute.
Yeah, but you know what? I have heard a man say that if he likes her, that, you know, he gonna get her in the gym and they gonna lose that way.
It's rare. It's very rare. He's not gonna look at that girl. Like, let's say it's a girl he's in class with or something, or a girl he work with, and he cool. Like, he just think this woman is cool as hell. He likes being around her. He like hanging out with her. Like, they're friends. Like, he is attracted to her personality, but he is not going to take her out of the friend zone because he'll take physically.
So here's the difference with men in the friend zone. A man in the friend zone will friend zone you and still sleep with you. A woman in the friend zone is like, the reason why you're in the friend zone is because I'm not going to sleep with you. So a man, let's say that woman, he works with her, he likes her, he thinks he's cool. She be bringing food to work. She in the break room. She put her food in the microwave, and he walking like, oh my God, that smells. Who cooked that? She's like, me. She take it out. It's a whole Thanksgiving dinner on a Tuesday. Like he best believe he's gonna bend that shit over.
Oh yeah.
But is he gonna take you outside?
No.
Maybe not.
Is he gonna be in a relationship with you?
Is he gonna tell his friends about you, his mom about you? No.
And poor girl, she just like, I just don't understand why he doesn't like me.
Right.
We just get along so well. And it's like, girl, because you're not his type.
Right.
But you're fuckable.
Right. So.
Damn. That's
Sheesh.
fucked up. So, in other words, moral of the story is like, do I recommend that women do this? No. Have I done this? Yes. I have tried. My last relationship, not my current one, but my last relationship ended because of this very thing. This man, I loved him. He was good, good to me in the sense of like he wasn't like a cheater or anything like that. He didn't go out and party. He works a lot, but he was not happy, with himself and where he was in life. And even though he was such a hard worker, he just didn't feel like he was like financially where he wanted to be. And due to that, he became like just very like distant, very, almost kind of depressed to the point where it affected our relationship. And me on the other side of it, I'm like, don't worry about it. Like, you
have all this potential. Look, you're so good at this. You can do that.
Why don't you make a business? Why don't you do this? I'm just throwing out all these ideas because I'm an entrepreneur too. And I'm like, I can help you. Like, I can help you get to this level. Like, I'll help you, And it was
you're so good at this. Why don't you consider this?
And he would be like, yeah, I am. Yeah, you're right. I'm going to do it. But he just got so caught up in that circle of just like going to work, going home, going to work, going home, being tired, going to work, going home. So it's like he's depressed and just could not get out of that out of that state to the point where it just got to the point where he just broke up with me. He's just like, I can't give you what you need, but you're not really taking anything, you're not really taking those steps to get outside of that circle.
Right.
And get outside of that bubble and just go to the next level. And then recently he contacted me and he's like, oh, like I got a new job, like
yes,
he got.
Look at you being the dream girl that he gets when he goes back to when he glows up.
But it was too late because I was already in another relationship,
right?
And that's the sucky part about it is because he was like, I have money now, like now I can afford, to do the things that I wanted to do for you, and I can, fly you here, and it was just like, but I'm with somebody else now. And it was like...
And you never leave your new man for your ex because...
You don't know what you're going back to.
Yeah, you know what you're going back to. You know what you're going back to.
Yeah.
You know what you're going back to. I'm not saying that maybe he's, hasn't, don't leave your new man for your ex because...
Yeah. And, like that same sense of like, how you were when you fell on hard times is still there.
Right.
How you handle hard times.
Yes.
It's still there. So now I know that about you. So I know what your weakness is. And I know if you lose that job that you have right now, what I'm going to go through with you.
Exactly. Yes.
So,
yes.
But it was crazy because it was just like, man, like, if you would have just did what I told your ass to do when I told you to get another job. I told you to stop doing this. And we would have been good. We would have worked right through it. And I was willing to do that because he was not bad to me. He did not treat me bad. But he just wanted to give me something that, he felt like he used to always tell me that he wasn't good enough for me. And I didn't feel that way about him, but he felt that way about himself.
If a man tells you that, you just gotta run, man.
And you gotta believe him.
And you know what it is? Not only is he saying he I believe that he believes that he's not good enough for you, but he's also not saying I'm willing to do the work to become better. I'm saying I'm gonna have to release you because I'm not good enough. And not, you know what? you what I want, and I gotta, like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes. I'm gonna upgrade myself because it's gonna make me better and it's gonna make us better.
Yeah.
You know, and I know that sounds like so far-fetched because not every man is perfect and there's gonna be this person that's gonna serenade you with, oh, I'm gonna make us better and be better because you're the best. No, but you don't have to, it's the mindset. Like, nah, like, you're not good enough for me, so I'm just gonna stay complacent and stay where I am, stay unhappy, and let you go live your best life versus, wow, you showed me that I want more, I want different. It's not even for you. It's not even for me. It's not even for us. I mean, it's just for me. Like, I want to do this thing because when you know better, you do better. If you don't have that, then you ain't got it.
And I think, you know, and that goes back to like the mental state of that man, because when you're depressed, you can get stuck in that. Like,
you can't even see an outlet. You don't even know.
You just like a little rat or whatever, a little mouse hamster
wheel
on a little wheel, and you just going in circles. I hate it here. I hate it here. I hate it here. You just going in your little circles, and that was him, you know. And not to talk down on him, because like I said, he's a great person, and he just got really, really stuck. And by the time he got unstuck, it was too late.
You was getting stuck. You're like, huh? I'm not but yeah, you had already found somebody who wasn't in,
and then leave that for somebody who is confident, who is stable, who is
and that's their personality versus just their situation right now.
Yeah, that just doesn't make any sense, you know. So you just no, I wouldn't recommend.
Do not recommend. 0 stars. Do not recommend. Don't do it.
But yeah, man, like, you just gotta be smart, because some of these men will have you in a 10-year relationship.
Don't do it.
With no ring, talking about, I'm just trying to get myself together. And they ain't getting themselves together. They ain't getting themselves together.
If you didn't do it in 2012, we in 2022. When are you getting yourself together?
Oh my gosh. Like, and some of them, it's not even about the money. They just scared. And they just trying to like keep you as long as possible. Some men will be in a relationship with you looking for the love of their life.
Oh yeah,
you're not the love of their life.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But they're looking for the love. So I'm just going. She good to me. Like, I'm gonna ride this thing.
She's good enough, but she's not what she's not what I want.
And it doesn't mean that the woman is not good
for him, but for him,
yeah, she just not what he wants.
Oh, and the next man will come grab her up and
snatch her, and then you be sitting up there, and you could have had about 10 husbands by that child. You don't turn them all down.
Right.
That was me. I was in a 5-year relationship. I should have been left that relationship.
Dang.
Because he was lying. I'm going to marry you. I'm just trying to get myself together. He still ain't together. And still ain't married nobody. So, yeah, there you go.
Well, with that being said, don't do it. Do not recommend.
Do not try to build a man.
But it is case by case. You know, if you feel like your man is you're the different one, you know, who are we to tell
if your man is ambitious and he's showing you like, look, I'm on the grind, like he ain't going to sleep
and it's going to be us together.
Yeah.
Then, you know, do you and good luck.
Yeah, because I've seen some good outcomes, you know. I've seen some good outcomes, but most likely
it sounds like
All right, guys. All right, we're about to enjoy the rest of the day.
Yes, it's a beautiful day.
Hit the pool. We might post some videos at the pool.
Peace.
Bye.